Chelsea versus West Ham United, a 2-1 victory. Chelsea getting all 3 points. In this video, we are going to be talking about the tactics that Enzo Maresca utilized in this match and actually how he got things right. Because as we've seen lately, there have been times where Enzo Maresca makes some subs that aren't really the right choices. But in this match, he definitely made the right choices. Now, first off, we do need to talk about one key factor, and that is a change in goalkeeper. We saw Jorgensen take over for Sanchez in this match, and arguably, I think this is the better decision. Sanchez has made so many issues or errors this season. It makes sense to swap these players out. And Jorgensen, I do not fault him for the goal that was given. I think he had an overall good performance, and I think he should be the guy that continues in between the sticks unless something major happens. But that being said, overall, he played a great game, and Chelsea overall had a pretty good performance. And looking at the squad itself, we did see a few different changes throughout this match. One of the big changes, though, I think that should have been made by Enzo Maresca is having Chalobah start over Colwell, because the fact is that Chalobah has been playing very well, not just at Chelsea since arriving from his loan spell at Crystal Palace, but while he played at Crystal Palace, he was putting man-of-the-match performances each and every week, and this is a guy that really should be starting for Chelsea and should be staying at this club for multiple seasons coming forward. Now, that all being said, Colwell did have an error as well that did lead to the goal itself. Jared Bowen did capitalize this. I don't think it was a foul on Colwell at all. I think it was just a terrible pass backwards. I don't think he read where any players were, and therefore, again, it was a gift towards West Ham, and this was a huge factor because what happened from this point then is that West Ham taking lead were able to set up defensively. Now, looking at this image, we have a still image here of the match. You can see how West Ham were setting up after this goal. They were putting everyone back, doing a low block. We've seen this time and time again with other clubs. When they do take the lead, it's not uncommon to see teams do this nowadays, but you're seeing two solid back lines, and right before this, we are just seeing everyone drift, and this is where Tosin did take a shot, didn't put it on target or anything. But this has been a huge issue for Chelsea this season. Now, the reason why, though, Chelsea were able to actually win this game were because of the substitutions that were made. Enzo Maresca brought on Neto. I think this is a guy that really can be a key factor off the bench. Yes, maybe he should start in some matches, but really, he is a guy when the legs get tired on the opponents, he's a great guy to bring off the bench and really directly attack out on the wings. Now, he first started on the left side, but then did swap to the right side. And this is where he became very effective because when he went to that right side, he was able to drive down the sideline and really cut in or play across over into the box. And this is what led to that first goal. You could argue, I'm not too sure with the VAR if it was offside or not. I'm going to say it wasn't because they did not say it. And yes, I am a little bit biased on this one, but Cucurella plays it back in. Enzo Fernandez has a chance to score, and it actually comes back to Neto, who finds the back of the net. This guy is now building more and more confidence, but it's because of the change that Enzo Maresca made to have him come in, but also swap him from the left to the right side that made a huge difference for this goal. Now then, that led Chelsea back into this match being a 1-1 game at that point. West Ham obviously had to come back out of their shell. They weren't playing as defensively, and this really did open up the game back up for Chelsea because once teams don't sit back, they can then play the possession that they want to play, move the ball around, overlapping runs, Cucurella pushing up on that left side, really pushing the defense back, but this then allowed Cole Palmer to then be creative by himself on the left side. We saw him drive into the box. He played a cross slash shot, I'm not really too sure what you want to call it, deflected off Wan-Bissaka and into the back of the net. And yes, it did go down as an own goal because I don't think it was going to be on target. But Palmer definitely dictated the second half in this match. Again, being one of the key players, moving the ball through him to find players and really find chances for Chelsea. From there, Chelsea were able to, again, control this game, being up 2-1, and play the game that they wanted to play. West Ham arguably had barely any chances up until maybe the 90th minute, where they did have a close call, but Chelsea were able to lock this game down because of the players that came on off the bench. Bringing in Chalobah, bringing in Neto, bringing in Cuckoo, who, again, this guy should be staying at Chelsea for multiple seasons as well, not just like Chalobah, but this guy understands we were up 2-1. The fans wanted him to move forward, but he actually drifted back to, again, slow the game down, waste more time, and keep possession throughout this match. And therefore, again, Chelsea, yes, it was a little bit of a close call at the end. We're able to get all 3 points and move back into 4th position over Manchester City. This was a big game, not just because it was over West Ham, but it was also over our ex-manager, Graham Potter, who, yes, had a hard time at Chelsea, but anytime an ex-manager comes in, you never want them to beat you. Just it leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. So the fact that Chelsea were able to beat him and West Ham and get all 3 points is a huge testament for this team. Now, yes, it has been a bumpy road this season, but Chelsea have the ability to keep moving forward and staying in top 4. This season is going to be big because whoever can finish in the top 4 obviously gets Champions League position, but really it's going to help next season as well, build confidence, but also bring extra players into this club to keep growing this squad to get it stronger and then fight for the Premier League next season. So that's all we have in today's video, how Enzo Maresca and Chelsea beat West Ham United 2-1. I do want to know, what do you guys think about the changes that were made, the formation? What do you think Chelsea can do different? Comment down below. I will get to those comments as quickly as possible. And if you enjoyed this content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.